going into this year because people are fixated on the Browns,
the
Steelers, which we got to give Mike Tomlin credit because Mike Tomlin right now is my coach of the year.
By far.
Yeah.
Not even close. Not even close.
This is a great transition. Mike Tomlin, how is this happening? My man lost 4 Hall of Famers.
Yes.
Two to free agency with AB and Le'Veon.
Yep.
Not only Ben Roethlisberger, but Mason Rudolph, my man Duck Hodges. Duck Hodges. He's 3-0 with Duck Hodges. Yep. What's going on with that?
This is what's going on with it. Can we finally put this Mike Tomlin nonsense getting fired to bed? Can you please put it to bed?
It's over now.
Mike Tomlin, in my opinion, humblest opinion, is one of the more untouchable coaches in the league. There's 5 coaches, in my opinion, that are almost untouchable. As far as they're pretty much going to be with their organization for quite some time. I mean, quite some time. And Mike Tomlin falls in that category. So you're down your starting quarterback. Mm-hmm. You're down your second string quarterback. You're down your starting running back. You just, like you said, you just got rid of Antonio Brown last year. Arguably one of the best running backs in Le'Veon Bell a couple years ago. Mm-hmm. So, and you're 8-5.
Yeah.
And you started off 0-4.
Yeah.
So that means you've won 8 of your last 9 games.
Yeah.
This team is special.
Yeah.
This defense is phenomenal. This team is an embodiment of what the Steelers represent. Blue collar, hard working, just never say that attitude. Steel curtain. Yep. They are an embodiment of that right now. The way this defense is playing, I haven't seen this defense look this elite since their Super Bowl days early on. That's what this defense is reminding me of. And Duck Hodges is nice. You know, he loves James Washington. I can tell he likes Deontay Johnson.
Yeah.
That's one of his go-to targets. And he's not losing games for them. He's not necessarily winning, but he's not losing them for them either. He's making big plays. And Mike Tomlin, what he's done with this group and how he has them motivated every week to play, you could tell they're motivated to play for him and play for this coach, for this franchise. And what Mike Tomlin easily has to be the coach of the year, because I don't know how many coaches would have been placed with these same stipulations and come out with 8-5. I mean, that's amazing to me. And if it wasn't for the greatness of what the Ravens are doing right now, they'd be competing for the division.
Yeah, no question.
If Ben Roethlisberger didn't get hurt, who knows? They may have been competing for more than that.
Yeah.
So it's special what Mike Tomlin is doing, and I'm proud of him. I'm glad he's having a great season here, so we can finally get those naysayers to put this notion to bed that he needs to be fired. Mike Tomlin is one of the more untouchable coaches in the league, and he's proven it this year.
And one of the greatest coaches to ever come out the DMV.
Yes.
I mean,
I don't consider the 7-5 the DMV, but that's just me. That's a real story. That's a whole other story for another day. I got you though. I see where you're coming from. I got you.
It's because a lot of people brought up like they're tying him to the Redskins.
Gotcha.
When the Steelers are going through that drama and they were thinking about firing him. So that's the only reason I brought that up.
I got you.
I'm glad you mentioned. I'm glad I have you on the show to talk about this because I'm a huge Mike Tomlin fan too.
Yeah.
And I thought he's been hosed over these last few years, putting their problems on him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, look at all the drama and the personalities that were holding things back and getting them out the door and seeing what happens. You know what this run has reminded me of for Mike Tomlin? It reminds me of little Brad Stevens in the NBA. Doing more with less.
Yes.
I've never seen it before.
Yes.
And it's funny to me, we look at Tomlin, because earlier on when he had those 2 Super Bowl appearances, winning one, or when he first got to coach, a lot of it was, and I talked to this with Chris in previous weeks, that was Bill Cowher's team that he drafted.
Gotcha.
The previous coach, obviously, with that great defense with Joey Porter, James Ferrier. I mean, I could go on and on. James Harrison.
Oh yeah.
I mean, everybody. That's what they were known for. And Tomlin, we know him as a defensive coach.
Yeah.
That's what he was. He was a coordinator. And the fact that when he got the job, the defense got worse significantly, like terrible, like one of the worst in the league. And the offense became elite was the shocking part. And so right now, what's happening with the Steelers, maybe not roster-wise, but this is exactly what I thought Mike Tomlin was going to do from day one when he first got the job, where he was going to keep that defense elite, which he's doing with guys like Bush and the trade for Fitzpatrick.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they've definitely made a difference.
Oh, yeah.
That's what's so shocking to me, that it took him until now to get that defense to an elite level. Because honestly, bro, from the day he got hired till now, we haven't seen a dominated Steeler defense.
Yeah, those first couple, ever since that Super Bowl appearance against Green Bay.
Well, I mean,
give it to you.
Yeah, but that was still with Cowher's teams. I want to see guys he drafted. Yeah, because that's who he was.
Well, I'm not gonna lie to you. We got robbed.
Yeah.
He had Ryan Shazier.
Right.
We got robbed.
Facts.
And you know, with that
was
core
Ray
that
Lewis
he
guy.
had,
Yeah.
with Ryan Shazier and the crew,
Yeah.
that was a team that could have potentially got to the Super Bowl, but for some reason they can never stay healthy, or if they did get healthy, they can never get over New England.
Facts.
So it's like we did. But you're right though. This collection and what he's doing with this defense right now is reminding me of the old defense of Bill Cowher's guys.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's special what I'm seeing from this defense, and if they get even a speck of the offense that they've had in the last few years, this team is going to be scary when Big Ben come back next year.
Okay, quick. This brings up a great question because I asked this question to you about Brad Stevens over the summer.
Okay.
So, with that being said, do you think that right now what you're seeing from Tomlin, do you think that him getting a guy like Ben Roethlisberger back, and let's say they make some moves in the offseason, let's say they sign some marquee free agents,
Okay.
do you think that would take away from his coaching? Because similar to Brad Stevens, Kyrie Irving, great player, but the fact that he had the superstar type of ego kind of held Brad Stevens back in terms of coaching and how much he could do.
Uh-huh.
And now we see that. You kind of see the same case with Mike Tomlin. We just brought up not having Antonio Brown's voice, not having Le'Veon's voice, even Ben, because you know Ben is drama too.
An egoless locker room.
Yeah.
That helps a lot.
Yeah.
That helps out a lot.
Yeah. And he's doing better with the third string than the second string. That's what's crazy.
He is, but I think Tomlin understands that. Yes, we're winning games, but in order to be a Super Bowl, I don't see the Steelers team as a Super Bowl team.
No question.
They're a great football team right now, and they're overachieving in most people's eyes. But Tomlin wants to get to Super Bowl status. That's what the Steelers are about. Steelers have very high standards. Their fans have some of the highest standards ever, because that's just what comes with being a Steelers fan, because they expect winning. They expect to get to the Super Bowl. They expect to get to the AFC Championship. They expect to be in the conversation of winning a ring. So I think he wants to get back in that conversation. Because right now with Mason Rudolph or Duck Hodges, you're not in that conversation.
Right.
So yeah, I definitely think he wants to bring Big Ben back. Big Ben actually, you know, he grew up a little bit this year. You know, he came out and apologized about the AB situation. He didn't accept all the blame, but he understands.
I don't think he meant it.
He understands it. You don't think he meant it?
I don't think he meant it, man, to be honest.
The fact that he came out and said something, that alone says something.
Yeah, but he's always said something. He's always had something to say.
Yeah.
This kind of his attitude is consistent though, because Ben Roethlisberger, every year there's drama with him.
That's true.
And he's thrown players under the bus.
That's true.
Like he's done that to the media. Like this isn't the first time. And AB had a legit reason.
Oh yeah.
To be upset with Ben. Because I'm like, yo.
After that Denver game when you tried to call me out and say I should have. Nah.
You can't keep it in house. Don't explain it to the media. Our problems, like keep it in house. So Ben, like he's got that in him. But yeah, this is amazing. It's just amazing.
It's special what we're seeing from the Steelers, man.
And I'm glad we now have some positivity towards one of the greatest to ever do it now in Tomlin. Because a lot of people, I thought, were underrating him because of how badly
this situation
has been. And like heavily underrating him. And I'm just happy he's getting the just due that he deserves.
Oh, yeah, he deserves it.
And he's shutting everyone up, man.
He deserves it.
Yeah.
He deserves every bit of this.
That's the beauty of sports. You get game days to prove everyone otherwise. So he's done that and then some.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
Kudos to him.